Old-time implants and unconscious programs installed in your being are now being deactivated, neutralized, and removed. The event happens in the middle of your life, so you don't notice it at first. God intervenes imperceptibly in the lives of people who have given their consent to this on a soul level. The time for this healing, for this blessing, and for this grace has truly come. The ascension goal for humanity within this era of earthly experience is to integrate all of the remaining soul fragments of the individual soul self within the third and fourth dimensions. This will initiate a reunion with your entry-level spiritual triad, a sacred facet of your white fire God seed atom, which is awaiting your return within the first subplane of the fifth dimension. This is humanity's major goal for this round of evolution. This Path series is a collection of exercises with which you can grow spiritually. Not every suggestion will be helpful to every person, and I understand that some of you will have more than enough on your plate already. So if this either doesn't appeal to you, or if you need rest more than you need another spiritual exercise, that is entirely understandable. Still, for some of you, the following will be a beneficial exercise. As the title suggests, the end goal of this exercise is being able to see Source in everything. You may not be able to see Source at all times and always, but it would be beautiful to have access to a metaphorical pair of glasses that you can put on. And if you do, you see that everything and everyone around you is Source. So it would be good to be able to see Source in something if you focus on that. Implants are invisible ethereal grids that create specific vibration patterns and separate people from the light-filled cosmic vibration. These were installed in the human being eons ago to allow incarnated angels on Earth to have this type of experience. This interference with your DNA is due to extraterrestrial powers and their technology. In this way, you did not have access to the intrinsic divine self-consciousness. For thousands of years, you were little more than a plaything for those who knew how to wield your power. This intervention was originally foreseen and also allowed. This intervention only became an encroachment when the dark entities decided to continue this manipulation far beyond the permitted time, and this state of affairs is now being cleaned up, lifted and ended. Remember, all creation, the omniverse at all levels, is composed of Christed cosmic essence that was radiated forth from the heart core of the Supreme Creator. This divine energy is composed of vibrational frequencies of infinite variations which were designed to interact with each other in an inconceivable number of ways. They are separated from each other by multitudes of white fire memory seed atom holographic patterns. The activated, programmed light substance of the Creator contains all the components of creation for each holographic divine blueprint of the future. These innumerable, celestial programmed holograms of light make up the complexity of the many levels of material manifestation. The terms used to describe the multiple levels of creation, such as dimensions and subdimensions, are used to bring some clarity and understanding of the very complex nature of the reality in which all creation exists. Authenticity remains critically important. So if you don't see Source in something, that is entirely fine too. Fake it till you make it usually doesn't work very well in the spiritual field. If seeing Source sounds abstract, then can you see joy and beauty in this flower or being? And can you see that this joy and beauty are not just surface level, but are actually deep and profound? Can you see that this is not just a matter of producing happy chemicals upon seeing something cute, but that you are witnessing something profound, something deeper, some fundamental force that is coming through this flower? When you are looking in the eyes of a baby, are you able to see Source? If this doesn't resonate with you at all, then all right, this exercise might not be for you, or might not be for you at this current moment in time. That is okay. Maybe this will click for you, say, half a year from now. Alternatively, there are plenty of other valuable spiritual exercises or valuable pursuits that you can do if you want. Is it possible to find your way to freedom from a deeply manipulative world? This was the challenge you set yourself. Thus, these implants were taken from life to life as a cellular heritage and activated upon entry into a new life. Stressed in this way, it was difficult to see through things or to escape the matrix throughout one's life. Over the millennia, this was reserved for only a few initiates, masters and adepts. It takes the nature of a Christ, Krishnas, or Buddhas to penetrate the thicket of delusion and find the true self in this all-encompassing illusion. Today, this situation has changed fundamentally. Today, the time has irrevocably come when this cosmic game ends on Earth. Today, everyone can soar and break through all limitations of consciousness. Even if this marking of humanity is ignored by the powers that want to continue the old game at all costs, one thing is unchangeable: your implants will now be removed. We have defined the stages or levels of the ascension process that humanity is currently experiencing as stages of evolution. First, all of humanity must balance and harmonize their mental, emotional, physical, and etheric bodies within the highest vibratory fields of the third dimension in order to graduate or ascend in consciousness to entry levels of the fourth dimension. The same rites of passage are currently taking place amongst the starseed souls who are preparing to graduate into the entry levels of fifth dimensional conscious awareness. Many of the advanced souls who have incarnated within the last 100 or so years came in with their third and lower fourth dimensional soul fragments already harmonized and integrated. And many came in with a good portion of their higher, fourth dimensional fragments integrated as well. These precious souls are the ones who agreed to sink into the illusion of the fourth dimensional density so they could become the vanguard wayshowers who would lead the way onto the upward spiraling path into the entry-level realms of the fifth dimension. As these brave light bearers are lifted up, so is the earth and all humanity. If you want, you can then try to see Source in less cute things and beings. For example, you can just try to walk on the street and try to see Source in the other people around you. If it works, you can again think hello Source to them. If this doesn't feel genuine, feel free to go back to something cuter. And if that works, you can try and see Source in things and people that you consider to be unpleasant, or in things and situations that are currently making your life more difficult. You can even try to find the humor in it. Look at an unreasonable person and think, wow, Source is playing a particularly outrageous role today. What a treat that I have a front row seat in which I can observe Source acting outrageously. The advantage of doing this is that it can lead to significant spiritual growth, and it may help you find peace of mind and calm in what would otherwise be tough circumstances. However, the third and predominant sign that you are now being freed from your implants and programs lies in the fact that you are beginning to lose your fears. Your fears are decreasing on all levels, even though more fears are being fueled these days than ever before. Fears of existence, the fear of death, or vague fears of an uncertain future decrease to the extent that you have been freed from the implants. Actionism, resistance or struggle are sometimes inevitable, but these are not the tools that bring about the big change. Only the upheaval in you brings the upheaval in the world. What is decisive is a person's basic vibration, his average state of mind in everyday life. With all efforts in the end, it comes down to the day consciousness and not to the spiritual flights of fancy in a meditation. This is exactly what the removal of implants has. Sluggish basic energy is transformed into luminous natural vibration. This is what is happening to you now, the restructuring in all limbs and on all levels. It is irrelevant whether you are aware of this. It happens because your soul commissioned the divine powers of light to do it. A period of great renunciation prefaces the complete transition out of the fourth human kingdom, the 7 sub-levels of the fourth dimension. You must experience the challenges and tests of the fourth stages of duality and polarity, so that you may return to the originally designed path of light and shadow. In doing so, you will gain entrance into the fifth kingdom of the sacred triad, which is the foundation of the fifth dimensional reality. Each person's renunciation process varies depending on the overlay of negative vibrational patterns they carry within from his or her many past life experiences. Your goal is to become a living, consciously integrated, soul-infused personality. A soul-inspired mind seeks and conveys inspired wisdom and a harmonious persona. Over time, you will tap into your higher, intuitive nature, which will assist you in developing a more refined and expansive perception. A completion of the fourth stage of evolution will result in a fusion of love and higher intelligence between the soul and personality. Note that in practice, manifesting wealth or relationships is often more a matter of removing your own blocks and pain and trauma with regards to them, than it is a matter of consciously focusing on those things. Pure, uncluttered humans do genuinely have amazing manifesting abilities, but even in spiritual people, those abilities are often blocked by emotions or subconscious beliefs or pain or a sense of lack. So if you wish to manifest, get rid of your blocks first, which is just a general healing process and a general process of observing and feeling your emotions. And finally, I will note that people actually are manifesting things more often than they are aware of. It's just that they often don't realize that they manifested something. After all, often the manifestation is done by their soul, and it is something that can help them learn a valuable lesson, rather than something that is conventionally pleasurable or fun or comfortable. But these things that your soul manifested genuinely may be very valuable to you, even if sometimes it's what you need and not what you desired or asked for.